Good morning, everyone. Okay, we'll continue our book reading this morning. Toyota Way to Service Excellence by Jeffrey K. Leica and Karen Ross. Yesterday, we looked at leveling call center work at ZMO using Zingerman's mail order as a case study and how they were able to design a pattern that will help them respond to customers promptly via call. Today we're looking at principle 5, which says response to customers pool. Respond to customers pool. Of course, fabulous flow is not useful if too much of the wrong product is produced. Think of a smooth flowing river that overflows its boundaries and floods the town. They will need a dam to protect the town. Dams are buffers, which is often part of a pool system. There are many simple examples of pool in daily life. We go to a coffee shop and order exactly what we want, and the barista makes it to order. In other cases, we keep some inventories and then replenish that inventory based on usage. For example, we look in our refrigerator and see how much milk we have and decide whether to purchase more. We may have a general or even specific policy. When we are down to 1/4 of milk, we purchase up to 2 more depending on our plans for the next 3 days. In lane terms, we are using our refrigerator as a marketplace. Toyota concept of a marketplace in which we store inventory and replenish it based on usage was inspired by supermarkets. No good supermarket will continually bring products out to the shelves regardless of usage. A stock clerk looks at a defined space for a product and sees how much the customer takes away. The clerk replenishes up to the space allotted on the shelf. Let's consider the basic concept for using our refrigerator as a marketplace. A customer and a supplier, that is a family and a store. 2. Defined location to store the inventory, that is a specific shelf space in the home. Number 3, trigger points for replenishment, e.g. 1/4 remaining. How many milk or how many kind of carton of milk has to remain before you know you want to replenish. 4 says the batch size to be picked up, e.g. 2/4 of milk. Is it large size, is it small size, is it medium size, depending on the family size. So these are the basic concepts to use your refrigerator as a marketplace. As you can see from this example, if we misjudge usage or fail to replenish according to our plan, we might end up with too much milk and have to dispose of some when it gets old. Or we might end up with too little milk and are stuck without milk for breakfast. In other words, even a well-designed pool system does not automatically solve all our problems, and it's dependent on human judgment and discipline. An even simpler example is the way I use pool for the salt for my water softener. The salt comes in 40-pound bag that I periodically launch home. I pour the salt into the water softener and close the top. And the only way to know how much salt is left is to remove the top and look. Periodically I forget to check and my wife notices the water is funny. I check and there is no salt. I do not want it to be empty until I get some more, so I keep one bag in a designated spot and only use it when the water softener is near or at empty. This is my safety stock. The space on the floor with the last bag of salt is a Kanban, a signal telling me when I use the last bag to go to the store and launch some more home. At ZMO, there are small inventory buffers throughout the building. Before Lean, there was mountains of inventories and they were stored wherever there was space. Not everything is deliberately controlled by Kanban. Pickers use printed out pick lists to fill customers' order for items or flow racks. When the pickers first pick a product from a new bin, you take out the Kanban, a ticket that describes the food and specifies the size tote, the quantity that is kept in the tote, the address in the warehouse, and the address on the floor racks. The address are like postal codes. This is an order for the material handler to refill a small tote on her next material handling route to the warehouse. Like a shopping list made by the customers, the dry goods inventory is stored in a warehouse in designated location. Material handlers bring bins of goods to the picking lines and load gravity 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 fed racks from the back that slides to the pickers and the circle mountains. The process is diagrammed in figure 5.2. The photo labeled racks and kanbans are shown. Okay. Okay. Pull system in ZMO lines to pick up customers order. Okay, so the principle four say response to customers pull. Response to customers pull. In summary, it's basically telling us that you check and look for those things or look for those things that customer purchase a lot. Look for a way to fill them up after they've collected, after they've bought this item. So respond to customers pull. That particular product that they always purchase every time, look for it, observe the rack, know when you need to fill the rack, how many has to remain on that rack before you can fill it up. Use an example of a refrigerator as a marketplace, like you're filling the refrigerator with milk. How many does it have, how many have to be left in the refrigerator before you know that you have to fill it up? Just like we do here in the showroom, we always want to fill up our empty spaces when a customer has done a purchase. We don't want to make it look empty, so that not when a customer comes and is like, oh, if I want to get this, and he looks at the rack and it's empty, like, oh, people don't have it. So it's advisable that the rack is always filled for that particular product or item by a customer always purchase. That's what is meant by response to customer pull. So that's just a brief summary of our reading for today. Thank you.